everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Janice. If you're new here, I live in Manitoba, Canada, and I'm bringing you a real Canadian Superstore grocery haul today. If you are not new here and you've been following my videos at all, you'll know that I work at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys. And I do some of my grocery shopping at Sobeys, but sometimes I do some shopping at Superstore too. Today is a Superstore haul. What I did this week, today is Wednesday, July 10th. Our store flyers, whether it's Sobeys, Safeway, most of them here run Thursday to Wednesday. And that means also that the weekly PC Optimum offers at Superstore also run Thursday to Wednesday too. They change over every week along with the sale flyers. This week I had to spend $250, get $25 in points offer at Superstore. It was a cumulative points offer, so you could do it in more than one transaction, or you could just do it in one transaction. I haven't done any shopping at Superstore this week yet, so I just decided to do it all today in one fell swoop. Now today, because it's kind of been a busy day today, I did a grocery pickup, so there's a $1 service fee for that, and it went sort of okay. There's a reason why I very seldom do these grocery pickup orders, and I mean, a mistake was made today that cost me an extra 30 minutes of my time, which, I mean, maybe that sounds petty in some ways, but at the same time, you know, we all live busy lives, right? Today is my day off from Sobeys, and so it's been a busy day in other regards. I had a physiotherapy appointment at 12:30, and then I got out of that about 1:30, 1:40, somewhere in there, and had to rush over to Superstore for my 2 o'clock time slot to pick the groceries up. And of course you sit and wait for a few minutes, which is no big deal. And then I had to run over to a printing place just down the street to pick up a print order I'd emailed, which was fine. That was quick. Got home and started trying to film the groceries. By the time I got everything set up in the counter and started trying to film, I ended up having to abort it because you all know, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, I have parrots and they were just being super ridiculously loud in the background. So I ended up deleting what I filmed earlier and I'm starting from scratch. And then I discovered a mistake had been made. So I had to leave at 3:30 to take my daughter to work for 4 o'clock. So I drove her to work, dropped her off at 3:35. And because a mistake had been made, I had to go back. I had called the PC Express and said, what do I do? And basically it's just that there's a free item that you're supposed to receive if you spend $300, which I did, and they didn't give that to me. And they said, well, you can go to customer service, or you can come back and pull in the PC Express parking stalls and call us, and then we'll bring it out to you. But either way, it means spending my gas and my time having to go back. So it's a good 10-minute drive each way. So there was probably, and it's the start of rush hour traffic, so it's probably an extra 25 minutes tacked onto my day. And now I need to get this done because I have another appointment at 5:50 and then a meeting at 7 o'clock tonight. So I'm trying to quickly get this filmed and possibly get one batch of jelly made before I go. You can see I've made some Haskap jam down there, and I've got 2 batches of strawberry jam made already, and I've got some Haskap juice I've extracted. I need to make some jelly. So I'm trying to get that fit in before my meeting tonight, and then I still have another bucket of strawberries to get through. So even though it's a day off, technically it really isn't. It's having an unexpected glitch, like an extra trip back to the store, was not part of the plan. And that's precisely why I usually shop in store, because then if I see that there's a mistake, I can catch it before I even leave. Or if the mistake happens, it's on me. Anyway, so today is Wednesday, July 10th. Let me show you what I picked up here. My total after tax was $306 even. A lot of this was non-food items. Now, some people, when they do their grocery hauls, they just include everything in there. They just say, okay, the pet stuff, the household stuff, the toiletry stuff, the pharmacy stuff, that's all part of it because it all comes from the grocery store. And in past, I've done that too, but this year I've been trying to break my grocery hauls down and say what is actually food and what is non-food. So I'll break that down for you at the end here. As I said, I'm in the middle of canning. I usually make anywhere from 200 to 300 jars of jam every summer, anywhere from like 13 to 17 flavors. I make grape jelly, apple jelly, crab apple jelly, strawberry jam, strawberry rhubarb, raspberry, Saskatoon, Haskap, you name it, like chokecherry jelly. You name it, if it's a fruit, it goes in a can in this house. And I have a decent amount of cans right now, but I know I'll run out. Because with that amount that I make, I know I'll run out. I have a couple spare cases, but not enough. Plus, I had to spend $250 to get the $25 in points. So I figured these things will count towards it, so why not? So I ordered 4 cases of the 500 ml jars. These are the ones I use the most. And they were, trying to keep track here, They were $15.99 for 500 mils. And then 2 of the 125 ml jars. These are like half cup size. I like these ones just for little samples. Like they're like little gifts I can put in little baskets at Christmas. Those were $15.49. And 1 case of the 250 mils. Those were $15.97. These all have gone up considerably in price over the last couple of years. I mean, just like everything else, right? But these are definitely more expensive than they used to be. Needed a new air mattress. Like our old single or twin has sprung a leak, so this one is a new one to replace it. $26. I'm hoping it has a pump with it. If not, we do still have the pump from the old one, so hopefully that will be fine. I haven't even really looked at it. It just says air patch included. Okay, well that's handy. Hopefully we won't need that right away. Another non-food item, we got some bounce dryer sheets here, $9.97. Wax paper, this was $2. Wax paper I don't use for very many things, but this is one thing. This is the most effective thing I have found for skimming the foam off the top of the cooked jam. I've tried adding a bit of butter to the mixture before I boil it. I've tried using a spoon that's been in the freezer, you know, because it's hot cooked jam, and a cold metal spoon. Nothing is more effective than once it's boiled and you add the pectin, then putting a bit of a thing of wax paper on top, a little circle, and then pulling it off quickly and getting that in the garbage. That wax paper, somehow or other, any foam, it just sticks right to it. That is the most effective way I have found so far after all these years. I wish I'd found this out sooner, to get the foam off the top. Now, some varieties of jam are not so bad, but strawberry is one of the worst ones. The Haskap, no problem, but the strawberry, that is one of the worst ones. So this makes my life a little bit easier. Tin foil, $3.50. They were on sale, I think limited 2, but I just bought 1. I think I have 1 or 2 more already. Got some pharmacy items here. I tend to get some leg cramps in my calves, so my doctor recommended vitamin D and potassium, and somebody else suggested magnesium, so I'll probably just add those in along with the multivitamins I take. The magnesium was $12.49, potassium $8.99, and vitamin D $6.99. And I think that is about it for the non-food. So, on to the pectin. Certo liquid pectin. This is what I use when I make jam. There's a limit of 4. And so they were, I believe they were on sale, $3.99, limit of 4. Now there's 2 pouches in each one. Depending on what kind of jam I'm making will depend on how much I'll get out of it. Strawberry jam requires 1 pouch, so I could use 1 box will make 2 batches of strawberry jam. The Haskap, because I'm following the blueberry jam recipe for that, that takes 2 pouches. So 1 box, that is 1 batch of Haskap jam. But if it's strawberry, I'll get 2 batches. And so on and so on. Saskatoon jam, blueberry jam, those things all take 2. Just have to kind of look at my recipe and see how much each one takes. I'll probably use a lot more Certo than that. I got 4 boxes the other day as well. Actually, my husband picked those up, so those didn't come out of my budget because I didn't spend. That was something he paid for along with his work snacks that he buys. So I didn't add that in. That's not something that I took out of my own account or my own budget. So those were $3.99, limit of 4. And then over here, chili style tomatoes. If you saw in a previous video, I made a batch of chili. I think I put that in a video, but I had to buy, yeah, I did, because I did a small haul there where I mentioned that I had to get a few jars of this at Sobeys. These I picked up at Superstore. They tend to be a little bit cheaper usually at Superstore than at Sobeys. They were, when I was trying to film this before, I had a heck of a time finding them on here then too. $2.79. So the ones I bought before went into the batch of chili that I made, and so they're already used up. So now I have none. So because I decided to buy 2 more just to get them back in the pantry. I'll need more than that, but $2.79 is an okay price, but not the best. So I just kind of want to wait and see if they go on sale before I grab more. But 2 more just to make sure I have a couple on hand. Armstrong cheese, those were on sale. There's a limit of 2, but I just bought 1 block of marble for today, $8.99. That was on my PC offers, so I got points on that. President's Choice, anything that says that is the store brand. I like the white cheddar mac and cheese. I tend to like that better. I like regular Kraft Dinner for like regular cheese, but for white cheddar, I prefer the store brand. So these were $1.25 each. I got 3 just to replenish the pantry. And anything that's yellow packaging black bars says no name is also store brand. I need some lemon juice. I have some in the fridge right now, but I know I'm going to run short because I'm using some of it in my jam. Strawberry jam, I think, takes, I can't remember if it's a 1/4 cup or a couple of tablespoons, but it's, for the multiple batches that I'm making, most recipes require a little bit, so I thought I better get a backup jar or a backup bottle because I'm sure I'm going to run out at some point here. And then a package of chicken strips for $10. I had also ordered a bag of popcorn chicken for $10, and they were out of that, so I did not get that. That was the only item that they were out of, so on that front, Superstore did a good job. It's just they're having to spend an extra 20-25 minutes driving back at the start of rush hour traffic, wasting my gas. That was not so cool. But as far as they're picking the items, they did a good job, and there was no substitutions and nothing missing other than the popcorn chicken. So not bad on that front. 4 liters of 5% or 5%, 1% milk, $5.74. That's where I was getting the 5 from. And then some whipping cream for $4.75 and half and half cream for $3.75. These are for recipes. Funny that the half and half is a bigger container and is less than the whipping cream, but you know, that's who can make sense of grocery prices. I work at a grocery store and I can't make sense of the prices either half the time. So iceberg lettuce, this was $3.99. Parsnips, a bag there. I use those if I make stew or soup. Where's my bag of parsnips here? I was cruising along finding the prices, no problem. There it is, $4.99. Sometimes I struggle to find the prices. I'm trying to not delay on this video, but sometimes I have trouble finding things. Bananas were, where's my bananas? They were $2.17. Celery stalks, $3.29. Sugar snap peas, I like to take some of these for snacks in my work lunches. Those were $9.99. And then mushrooms, these were on my points offers. I believe these were $4. Yes, they were $4. And red grapes were $6. Doritos, the only snacky or junk food item in this, I think they were where were they? Doritos, they were $2.94, limit of 2. So, let's break down the points situation here. I earned 25,000 points for spending the 250. 800 points for the cheese and 400 points on the mushrooms. After tax, $306, and that includes the $1 service fee. Now, it's actually, here, I'll show you. If you spend $300, usually you get a free item. On here, I noticed as I'm looking over once I got home, this is where I discovered the problem. The Produce Keeper set, $24.99. I thought, I did not order that. And it's not in my order. So even if I ordered one, well, I paid for something I didn't order. And then I'm looking and it says, oh no, free substitute, minus $27.99. Because what was actually the free item was something about a set of chocolate bars. And because they're out of that, they substituted the Produce Keeper set. So what they did is they charged me for the Produce Keeper set and forgot to give it to me, but then turned around and deducted the price of the other free item, which was actually $3 more in value than the Produce Keeper set. So even though they charged me $24.99, they actually credited me back $27.99, which was the price of the original set or the original free item. So you see there the $1 service fees for pickup, $27.99 credit, and then that's factored into my total of $280.47 before tax and $306 even after tax. And then that means here are the points of 25,000, the 800, 400. You can see that means I earned a total of 26,200 points, leaving me with a closing balance of 325,244 PC Optimum points, which means I am at the $320 mark of PC Optimum points now. Not bad, because if you follow my videos along at all, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that what I do is I try and save all my Scene Plus points and all my PC Optimum points all year. Try not to dip into them unless I absolutely have to, and use them at Christmas. So by the end of December, I've depleted all my points. I'm down to basically 0 or close to it on both of those points programs. So I'm starting every new year fresh. So that means that July 10th, so from January till now, so 6 months basically, from January till the end of June, or 6 months and 10 days basically, I've earned $325 back in PC Optimum points. So not bad. That's a little, just slightly over half a year. I don't know that I'll get to 600 or 700 by December. I mean, I don't usually. If I get to 400 or 500 by December, like 400 is definitely within reach. 5 would be great, or even 550 would be great, because I mean, especially at Superstore, it's a little more than a grocery store. Sobeys is primarily a grocery store and pharmacy. But Superstore, you can get baby clothes, you can get, like an air mattress, you can get kitchen, like cooking pans, whatever. Bought a microwave there last week. You can buy all kinds of stuff there. It's not like a full-on department store like a Walmart, but it's a little more than just a Sobeys or a Safeway. So come Christmas time, if I go in there and I have $500 to spend or $600 to spend, I mean, it's nice to know with having bought Christmas gifts elsewhere I mean, technically you could use that to buy Christmas gifts there too, because they do have an electronics department. But knowing that at minimum your Christmas meal is covered, and maybe even some extras because you've been spending money like crazy on Christmas gifts, is a great feeling. But you can use it on gifts there if you wanted to. There's a toy department, electronics, whatever. Or even just going and buying a bunch of like those Terry's chocolate oranges and boxes of chocolates to put in for Christmas gifts. So that's what I try and do. I save my points up as much as I can all year and use them at Christmas time to offset some of the other costs. Now, the breakdown of what I spent for non-food item versus food. Bounce was $9.97, tin foil was $3.50, wax paper was $2, 500 ml jars was 4 at $15.99, 125 ml jars was 2 at $15.49, 250 ml jars was $15.97, magnesium $12.49, potassium $8.99, vitamin D $6.99, and air mattress $26. And of course the $1 service fee for the pickup means I spent $181.85 of non-food items before tax. My total was $306 even. But that means if you don't factor any taxes in, which I mean there are taxes in there, but if I were to just simply take the total of the non-food items and not add any taxes, they were $181.85, which would mean I spent $124.15 on groceries. So, but actually if you were to say, well, you know, round up the non-food items with a bit of tax to $185, add $4 in there, round it up to like $185, then okay, then the $124.15 I spent on food, you could say I actually spent $120 on food. So if you do that, then for all this that I picked up today, only $120 of it was groceries, but it's not bad. I mean, we got got some canned goods, got some produce, got some frozen chicken strips, not too bad. So anyway, that is where we are at. If we say around 120 for food today, I'm not certain exactly where I sit with the mini hauls that I've done the first part of July. What I will do is I'll pause you here and the next thing I'll do is I'll quickly show you the free item, and then I'll wrap this video up for now. And then we leave on holidays in about 10 days. So I won't be doing much grocery shopping after this. So what I'll probably do is I'll do a grocery budget recap in about a week before we go on holidays, rather than do it right now, because this video is getting long enough already. So I'm just going to pause you and I'll show you the free item from Superstore, and then we'll wrap it up, and then that'll be it for today. Be right back. All right, so here it is. Here is the free item of the week, or what they're substituting anyway, because they're out of the other. And actually, I probably will get more benefit out of this than I would out of a pack of chocolate bars. As much as I love chocolate, this is probably going to be more long-term useful. We're starting into a bit of a heat wave here, so I don't even know how well those chocolate bars would have done in the car on the way home, even though there's air conditioning. So it's Produce Keepers. There's 3 containers with lids. Supposedly keeps produce fresh longer. I have one container similar to this that I bought at HomeSense. I think probably kind of like that size, I think. I haven't actually opened the box yet to look at the exact size, but if it's anything like the one I currently have, I wonder if it's up there. Way up top there, that little one, way up top and above those white Tupperware bowls. It's a similar one, but I think it's the same thing, but I bought it at HomeSense quite some time ago. So there is that. I think that's the same idea. So there's 3 with lids. Designed to extend the life of your produce. So here we've got water drips to bottom, produce stays elevated. So that, and then removable divider. I'm presuming that they probably will wash in the dishwasher. Would have no cause to put them in the microwave, I can't imagine. I'm sure they could, well, I don't know. Oh no, it says wash by hand only. Okay, all right, good to know. So 3 produce keepers and lids. So not too bad. I'm sure we'll get some use out of that. Might not be a bad idea to try it out, see if they really truly do keep things fresher longer. I mean, why not? It was a free item. Let's give it a try. Anyway, so that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you're subscribed if you haven't done so already. Those of you that have subscribed, I'm thankful for you, and I appreciate it very much. I don't have a large channel, but hopefully it'll grow in time. So thank you for those that have already subscribed. If you haven't done so already, please consider doing so, and make sure your notification bell is turned on, of course. And if you like this video, leave a comment down below, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Just make sure that you do have your notification bell turned on, because there may be some little fill-in hauls here or there before we go away on holidays. Although right now I wouldn't want to buy any more fresh items or produce items, because we're leaving in about 10 days. I don't want to leave stuff in the fridge that's going to spoil. So I'm hoping to use the majority of this up before we go. Well, the parsnips, they may not get used up, so maybe that might not have been the best. But the mushrooms I like to use in a sheet pan meal with farmer's sausage and potatoes, so that will probably get used. I think most of this will get used up. So yeah, just make sure that you're, make sure you're subscribed and your notification bell's turned on in case I do post a fill-in haul between now and holidays or any other videos. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. I hope everybody's having a wonderful summer and staying cool wherever you are. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great week, everybody.